Hello all and welcome to the Good Witch. We're going to walk straight into Obba Nani, okay? Because you read the title of the video, so you know why we're here. Let's get into it. Obba Nani is an Orisha. One of the most underrated and overlooked Orishas that there are. Just like people overlook housewives, but if you didn't have them, people overlook mothers, but if you didn't have them, people overlook cooks, but if you didn't have them, people overlook the most important members of society. People overlook educators. Teachers are some of the most overlooked workers that there are. Nurses, people who do services. Sorry, I think y'all need to see me better. Better. Yes. No. There we go. People overlooked, just overlooked. You overlook, I don't like that reference. I was going to say you overlooked the garbage man, but she was nothing close to that. Anyway, jumping into Obba Nani, please remember to like, share, subscribe, and comment. This is like the 4th time I'm doing this video because none of them seem to do her justice. But this one is going to have to do her justice, okay? Like, share, subscribe, and comment in love. Obba Nani was beautiful, intelligent, sacred even. And those of you who watch know that I am a sacred woman. And Obba Nani would have been the sacred woman, okay? She's beautiful, intelligent, elegant. She had this beautiful dark skin and these long, 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 beautiful braids. She embodied, if there was a chakra correlated to her, it would be the root chakra. So we're going to jump around, but I'm just going to give you a brief rundown of her, and then we'll get into the stories about her, okay? But let's acknowledge her first. And I think that's where I messed up in the last videos. I went into the relationship statuses and all this other stuff. As we tend to do as women, we tend to put our relationships before ourselves. And Obba, she'll teach you about that. If you were to honor her or figure out that you are a child of Obba Nani, your altar would consist of, and this is going to tell you a lot about her, so just pay attention. Her altar would consist of champagne. Her altar would consist of sweet wines. Her altar would have sweet cakes on it. Be filled with colors of pink, burgundy with hints of red. Now, if you're into a lifestyle thing, if you are in certain spiritual realms, and you were to sacrifice animals or something like that, or offer her an animal, it would have been like a red or white goat, hen, or guinea hen. But most people who are on here don't do that, so we won't get into that side too much. But she represents balanced consciousness, groundedness, your sacral chakra. She provides you with a harmonious family. She craves it. She wants her children to have it. Self-empowerment and collective family values, amongst other things, of course. Her herbs that she's drawn to are chicory and sage. Rubies, red jasper, red agate. If you were to make stone water, she likes stone water. She likes for you to place the stones in the water and set the water on the altar. Rubies, red jasper, red agate. She heals stagnation. She doesn't like stagnant. She won't allow you to be stagnant. She won't allow you to be complacent. Okay? That fight or flight response, she soothes that. It's not fight or flight. It's let's figure it out. Let's learn. She teaches, okay? Now, all of those things are very sweet. She is the good girl. She doesn't move around. She doesn't like a whole lot of people in her space. She is the wife, period. She was built. She's that type of person, that type of energy that's made to be somebody's wife. She needs someone to nurture, someone to care for, okay? And when she does it full out. On that same side, she is not one-dimensional. She is also a fierce warrior. Fierce. Ogun trained her, okay? So she, you know, she can get with you. She carries a sword and a dagger and moves very fast with them. It's very swift with them. One of her signature pieces is an anvil that was given to her by Ogun. And for a woman to wield an anvil should tell you a lot about her strength, but she did it in such an elegant way. When you see people fight with a sword or a dagger, it's not if they do it well, it's not very raggedy. It's very graceful. It's very, when you do it right, you slice smoothly, but you slice swiftly, and it's over with before they know it. And that is who she is. She doesn't make a lot of fuss, but she'll end you before you know it. She has a feast day. Her feast day is around Thanksgiving, actually. It's November the 25th. She resonates with the number 9. Some people say 8, but I truly do believe it's the number 9. And yes, I have notes and things around my desk. Y'all know my desk is normally junky. But anyway, we're not going to go there. She is the teacher. She taught the people to read and write. And she taught them how to run a household. She despises infidelity. Okay? She despises infidelity. She loves longevity, and most people don't get her until they get of a certain age. You're probably not 20 and a child of Obba Nani or a daughter of Obba Nani yet. You probably are not initiated into her until you're older. Like, I'm not a child of Obba Nani yet, although I do love her, and she was one of the first Orishas that I was introduced to. And I love her, but I'm not yet a child of Obba Nani. I think I will learn to embody some of her, but I do, but I'm not there yet. I'm growing. I'm in Oya mode, okay? But I love her still. She's very overprotective. Because if you get her while you're single and you're not married, you may never get married because she won't want you to get hurt, because she is extremely overprotective. Like, she doesn't want anybody to hurt you. So she'll protect you from all the fuck boys and fuck girls. Okay? And remember, energy isn't defined by sex. Okay. She's meticulous and very delicate. She loves fine arts and fine dining. Of course, with the champagne, with the sweet cakes. And I don't mean like a Twinkie, y'all. I mean, you need to go to Crave Cupcakes. You need to go to Sugar Rush. I don't know. Look, you need to go somewhere. You need to go to the bakery, okay? Or you need to spend your time and bake something for her. Don't just give her something off the shelf because she's not going to like it. She had a treasure box. You keep a treasure box, even if it's something like this, and you keep all her riches, gold, fine dining. She had a golden key. That's another trinket that you'll see attached to some people, and are some people who are her children. A golden key, and it holds their treasure box, and she keeps a lot of material wealth. She likes that. She likes jewelry. She likes treasure. She likes expensive things. She likes stones. Okay? She will fight for justice. And they used to say that when she uses her sword, it was a slice for justice. If she felt like her children or people around her were being mistreated, she would not tolerate it. That's where that sense of overprotectivity came. And you know, if you have a lot of wealth and you have a lot of things, you have to protect it, and you have to protect it from being stolen. And she was very good at that. The sound that represents her is the sound of bombs. I wish I had sound effects, but I don't know how to do all that yet. But it's the sound of bombs, okay? So during her celebrations, especially the one in November, they do it for about a week, but the actual day is November 25th. You'll hear bombs, firecrackers, just going off for her, okay? And they set off firecrackers, and they set off bombs, and they have this festival for her, and she has a river. She has two, actually, but the main one is in eastern Nigeria. It's called the Obba River. But they do have a portion of the Oshun River that is sectioned off for Obba, but Obba has her own river. Some people say that when she separated from Shango, and we'll get there, that she went off and turned herself into a river because, you know, these energies, these orishas don't die. They just turn into something that's going to go on forever, such as a river, a rock, a tree, the ground, whatever. But that's not exactly true. She did, but not then. The story that you have of her is misleading. Hopefully you're still here and you keep watching, because most people tune in for the drama and they don't want to hear the lesson. And with her, you need to respect her first before we get into the drama of her life, because she had a drama-filled life for a little while. Then it calmed down and she got to where she needed to be. So you must know how to speak to her children. Children of Obba women, if you don't like to be talked to a certain way, you can't handle them any kind of way. They won't be tolerated. They won't tolerate being called out of their name. They won't tolerate a disrespectful tone. Men or women, children of Obba. They won't tolerate a disrespectful tone. They're the daughter of God, and that's how they see themselves. I am the daughter of Obatala. I am the first wife of Shango. I am the mother of nations, okay? So she's the devoted housewife. She is a chef. She is an intense lover. She is the warrior, the best warrior. She was trained by Ogun, like I said before. Can't nobody fuck with her. She's a merchant. She's strategic. And she is nation building with wealth and opening businesses and teaching people how to do those things. People often leave that out about her. If she were to be, you know, a lot of hoodoo and voodoo is connected to Catholicism, and it's how they hid in plain sight. So she would have been connected to Joan of Arc or St. Catherine. Okay? So, you know, you see the three circles with the triple goddess, the maiden, the mother, and the crone. The Obba Nani energy would have been that of the crone, but not because crone is just an ugly word that I don't like, but it means wisdom, basically. She was the wise one, the one who knew how to do things without everybody knowing she was doing anything, okay? So Aretha Franklin would be an Obba Nani energy. Hello. If you get her and you mistreat her, you will become bitter. I'm sorry. He just disrespectful sometimes. He just want to be seen. He just want to be seen. That's it. Stop it. So, she may live in a wet or dry house, but like I said, we're not going to get into that. We're going to talk more about her. So, let's get into her story. We're 15 minutes in. I've talked to you about her and what she likes and what she doesn't like and who she is. Now, let's talk about her story. Like I said, the queen, the wife. Now, the story of her and Shango being the first wife of Shango, the story that everybody knows, Oya tried to steal. There's, you know, conflict between whether it was Oshun or Oya. Okay, get down. It was definitely an Oya thing because Shango and Oya had a thing together before he married Obba Nani. And he stopped talking to Oya because Obatala told him to marry. I'm not re-recording this. Told him to marry Obba Nani. That was just the union that was supposed to commence. So he did, and he was very faithful to her. Now, the story of her cutting off her ear, trying to get him to eat it because she was told by Oya that if she put her ear in food that he would eat it and then he would love her forever. And only her being tricked by her, and then Oya telling Shango that she did this to break them up, and then he became so disgusted by her that he would not deal with her anymore. So self-mutilation to the point of love, trying to keep the man that she loved. Now, that's the story they want you to believe, but that's not the truth. Talking to descendants of Obba and actually really researching her more than just YouTube videos and more than just general misconceptions of her, but really diving into her. Part of the reason why I wanted to make this video is so that people can have a clear view of who she was. Now, she wore head wraps. We'll get there. But okay, so it's so much that I'm trying to condense it into a small video. And my cat is distracting me. Let me focus. She did not cut off her ear and put it into food. It was symbolism as to say Oya was in her ear. She had a lot of people in her ear. And her and Shango did end up breaking up. We're not going to focus on their relationship because that's going to have to be another video, because it's like a weird three-way third-party relationship. But what you need to know for sure is that when they first got married, Shango was there, Shango was in love, Obba was in love, and they took care of each other, and they were building nations. What you also need to know is that she did not give up on herself once that relationship ended. She did not run off into the woods in shame. She actually remarried over Lima and taught the secrets of the universe to him. And he taught the secrets of the universe to her. And then she went on to share them with other people, with the people of her nation, as she taught them to read and write. So after her relationship ended, because I don't really want to talk about the things that most people know too in depth, because that's all they know her for. And I think that's why I didn't post those last videos, because they were very focused on what people know her for. And what people know her for is her failure, but what they don't see is her strength. So, yes, she had a relationship with Shango. Yes, she was the first wife. Yes, she was the mother of nations. Yes, 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 she lost what was the original love of her life. Yes, she was heartbroken. Yes, she might have done some things that she wasn't proud of. Yes, those things are true to a degree. Those things are true. And I'm trying to downplay it because I don't want it to be the focus of her. And that's been made the focus of her. But what should be the focus of her is her strength and how she made it through that. So, once she lost him, once he left, he actually invited her back and she did not come back. She married Orunmila, which was her second husband, and he taught her the secrets of the universe. Now, as she was married to him, like I said, she was a merchant. She traveled the world, the stars, with Yemaya, teaching people to read, to write, to start businesses, teaching people the secret of the universe, the secrets of the universe. This is what she did. This is how she overcame. And once she got ready, when she was good and ready, she did morph herself into the river so that she could be ever giving. That is the story that people need to know. People get so caught up in the drama, in the nonsense, in the pain. They want to focus on her pain and not her pride. They want to focus on her mistake and not her recovery. They want to focus on her flaw and not her victory. But this is her growth. Yes, she had an issue with her sister. Yes, there were women chasing her first man. Yes, she recovered and got something that was better for her and helped the world with it. If you are a child of Obba, Nani, you are strong. You are the base. You have that root chakra energy that builds nations. You are the foundation. You are the ground floor of the building. Without the foundation, the building will fall, and that is you. Okay? You are not weak. You just love real hard. So I might make a video about the relationship drama because I feel like, honestly, because I feel like that might be a popular video. But this is the video you need. This is the video. And I made this video in my pajamas, y'all. So some of my videos get 60 views. Some of them get 6,000 views. Watch this be the one where I didn't get dressed and get like 6,000 views. I mean, you know what? It is what it is. But she needs this recognition, and she needs this. She needs to step out of Shango's shadow, because she was strong on her own before she met him, and she was strong after him. Not to say anything negative about Shango or at all. He was true to who he was. When she married him, he was that dude. He was like the quarterback of the football team in high school, and she was the valedictorian. Those two don't usually date, but they were put together for marriage purposes because she was so educated and she was a warrior. He was told to marry her, and he was excited about it because she hadn't entertained anybody else. He had something that nobody else ever had. And once he lost it and once it was gone, he invited her back. And she could not. She wouldn't tolerate, she would not tolerate that pain, and did not put herself back in that bad situation. And she moved on to a different situation for her and continued to be happy and continued to teach and continued to grow and continued to learn. Yes, there were some painful lessons in between it. But the story of Obba Nani does not end with her relationship with Shango. The story of Obba Nani does not end with her hurt and her pain. You see all the women with the head wraps, that comes from her. She started that. She always had these beautiful head garments on. They said she was wearing them before anything would have happened with her ears. She was wearing them already. Now, yes, the headscarves do cover your ears. They are big. They do cover things. Of course, if you have a scar, you have some pain, and you need to hide it because of whatever, because of how you feel about it, or because of a mistake, fine. But she was wearing it before that. It just so happened to fall into place. And it's beautiful. And it crowns you. Now, I don't know. Normally, I would get dressed, and I was going to dress up in the head garment and all this other kind of stuff. I did it for the first video, but Spirit wouldn't let me post it because it was too focused on that relationship. Children of Obba, people who are watching this video, this is just a lesson that you take from her. Don't focus your life on that one failed relationship. You are the mother. You are the wife. You are the ground floor of the building. You are that strong energy. You are that sacral chakra energy. You are that red, that vibrant, that sexy, that base. You are beautiful, and you are the one. You know your own energy. But you are also the warrior. You are also the merchant. You are also the protector. You are also the survivor. Okay? Don't forget that part. You're not one-dimensional, and she has never been one-dimensional. People who receive Obba know her. People who want to receive Obba or feel like oh, I'm just this or I'm just that. They often don't look at their other side, and they haven't done that shadow work to heal themselves to the point to where they can recover and they can help the world with the things they've endured. That is what you must do. And if Obba calls to you, you need to do your shadow work. You need to find out who you are. You need to get a cleansing. You need to cut those cords, cut those ties. Okay? And of course, for all of those things, you can go to thegoodsheena.com. I'm gonna try to remember to post everything in the description. I'll do it later. But peace, love, and light from the Good Witch. I don't really want to deal with her relationship status. I want to deal with who she was. And this is the video that we're gonna post, okay? Peace, love, and light from the Good Witch, and Bandersnatch has retired to the window. Thank you so much for being a part of my life, and thank you for allowing me to put into yours.